When Grandma was in New Orleans, and I think I was in 6th grade, Dad was going to seminary, and Mom was home with us kids. There was still 2 young ones at home. I got to help in the school kitchen at WCC Claiborne, and as a server, then I would get a free lunch. Those lunches cost 10 cents each back then. I know that sounds so funny. Every free lunch that I would earn, Mom and Dad would give me a dime because that's how much I had saved. And so it was like earning money. Well, I saved and saved and saved. It takes a while to get up to $7 with just earning it 10 cents at a time. But I would write it down. And I had a girlfriend. Her name was Susan. She had a ventriloquist doll. And I thought that was so cool. So I saved my money so I could go and buy a little plastic head Danny O'Day. And I was so proud when I got that. And then Susan and I would practice skits. And the funny thing was, you're practicing talking to yourself. I had so much fun with that and got to entertain at some churches for their Valentine's banquet. I even got to entertain at a NASA get-together because I had done one about a space. It had spaceship jokes in it. Then I got to entertain on Johnny's Follies, which is a little TV show that had different kids on, and they would show movies. Over time, when I was in high school, then I would entertain at different churches and youth groups, Boy Scouts, school talent shows. And when I went to college, then I would share my testimony in a little skit. They would give us sometimes $25. It was a gift instead of being paid. You weren't paid. You weren't doing it for money. They just gave it because they wanted to help you with your schooling and your ministry, and to help pay for gas to go to these things. It became such a fun thing to do. I got to entertain at different schools. When I went back to Kenai, there was an opportunity to enter the Miss Alaska pageant, and I used ventriloquism as my talent. I'm not a beautiful person. I call myself passing fair. I like who God made me. It's more important to me what's in my heart than what I look like on the outside. I try to look nice and take good care of myself. I entered the pageant for the scholarship money, and I ended up winning. I was so amazed. We were all in shock because we were not expecting that at all. I was just hoping for some school money. Just know that choices that you make early in life, things that you become good at, you don't know how God's going to use them. I got to use it a lot in sharing Jesus with others, and then it also got me some scholarship money. And I had a pretty interesting year as Miss Alaska, getting to travel around and meet people and share my testimony.